Yo, 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 what is going on, world? James Gardner here. Now, I know it's been a long hot minute since I've popped on here from a coaching perspective, from just a professional kind of viewpoint of sharing to my community. And I thought, well, I gotta set some time aside because I got something that's kind of been bothering me, and that is this need, this constant need for um, support, for inspiration, for motivation, for steps and protocol, and basically everything this to get someone's head out of their own arse, truly, and to truly maximize his or her own life. And as a guy who has made a career out of helping people do that as a coach, I am here to say that the world doesn't need more coaches. The world does not need more inspiration. You, my friends, have everything at your disposal that you need to take action. The world needs action. That's it. You need action. Whatever it is you want to achieve, yes, you have to understand what it is. You have to have clarity. Yes, you have to have a plan to get that in place. But come on, at the end of the day, a baby does not need a coach to tell them how to walk. They instinctively take one step and they fall down, and they take another step and they fall down. And pretty soon they have two steps forward. Why have we gotten away from that? Why have we self-sabotaged ourselves and lack the action that we need to get something done? Now, I'm not sitting here trying to shoot myself in the foot as a coach. However, it's a reoccurring theme. It's a reoccurring theme, and people talk. The coaching pundits talk about massive action, and that is true. That is true. Anything requires massive action. Um, I think why this has come to the forefront of my radar, if you will, is because my life has changed dramatically in 10 weeks. From January 8th until today's date, which is March 21st, my life has completely changed. Why? I simply took massive action on something. And I know that sounds basic and I know it sounds simple. And here I am, the coach. And yet, in other things in my life, I've taken action. I've dilly dallied. I've had some success, and at the end of the day, now I can see the power of being fully committed to something and going for it, come hell or high water. And when I say that that literally has changed my life in 10 short weeks, I'm being completely honest and 100% transparent. For those of you that have been following me for a while, been following my book journey, you know that I am transparent to the core. I am emotionally accessible. I sit here and I pour out what I'm feeling. I pour out what I'm sharing because that is my way that I show up to try to help other people. So, why has it dramatically changed? Because I took a risk. Because I took a chance. Uh, Obviously aided by my life partner and her belief and her confidence not only in me but also in us walking forward on this risk. Took a risk. And for all of you, the risk is the reward, because a risk usually comes with fear. And I've said 3 months ago, I said it's not about ROI anymore, it's about ROF, return on fear. Because the bigger the fear that you walk through, the bigger the garden on the other side. So, um, each of us get in our own way. And, I was inspired to share this from a conversation that I had with my client this morning who is going through some things, some stuff. And this person knows what to do. And we broke it down into Sesame Street, bare bones steps. And it starts with the first step, which is the obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius said it centuries ago, thousands of years ago. The obstacle is the way. You cannot build a pyramid from the top down, nor can you build a pyramid from the middle down. You have to lay the first foundational block. And for all of us, we have to get to the core of onion of what that block is, and that's the obstacle that needs to be overcome. And the only way to do that is massive action. Now, you can hire a coach. You can align yourself with people. And what I will say is, at the end of the day, in my humble opinion, why the world is upside down for many reasons. But number one is because people don't want to do the work. People don't want to do the action. They can find a million ways to Sunday why the action can be put off till tomorrow or someday or someday. Well, how about that someday is now? Because I sit here 10 weeks removed from a decision that has elevated my life to something that was just a dream, I had clarity around the way that I wanted to live, and the way that I wanted to, explore this next undiscovered country, which for me, I'll be 54 next month. There's a new landscape out there, and we, meaning my partner and I, are very clear on what we want. And when we found a vehicle to make that a reality, we took a risk. And that risk was backed by our due diligence and our deep dive in and assessing and reassessing. And ultimately, as I've been saying for years now, it starts with truth, fundamental truth of you. What is your fundamental truth of how you roll in life? How that obstacle then prevents you from being in alignment, and that's what you need to attack. So financial freedom is a big thing for me. It's a big thing for Tanya. And I will say that the cornerstone of most people's pain resolves around a financial component in their life, either relationship to money, what they perceive money can do for them, what they perceive finance will give them. And the beautiful thing is when you do the work and you have a healthy relationship with your life, when you step into this new horizon of abundancy and riches, it's just joy. It's just joy and abundance, and it's being of service. So yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's a pretty powerful thing. And I'm just here to tell you, for anyone who's listening or anyone who watches this, you have to take the step on anything in life, relationships, unfulfilled job, unfulfilled marriage, business venture, being an entrepreneur, going to have a Wi-Fi lifestyle, living decentralized, out of the box thinking with investments, whatever it is, you have to be willing to take a risk. And the people that have achieved many great things in this life and abundance and are fulfilled have usually followed through their truth in a way that takes massive action towards that truth. So that's what I'll leave you with today, because we can have all the We can have all the music and the rah rah and walking on coals and shouting to the heavens and drinking from the Kool-Aid, but that shit wears off. You can smudge your every corner of your house. You can do your mindfulness meditation, but if you're not working from the nucleus out, that stuff will always resurface. So massive action, deep work, and take a flipping risk, guys. Take a risk. There it is. So take a risk. With that, I'm going to leave you because I'm back on a roll of what I got to get going on here. And I believe in you. I believe in the ability to take massive action. It's worked for me. It's worked for Tanya. It can work for you in anything you want, but it has to be definitive. And it starts with you. Remember that.